to talk a little Warner Brothers Discovery. We know that they've been pushing this live sports option for their Max streaming service. Now Bloomberg is reporting that they're going to offer that as a free option for subscribers, but then come February or March, you're going to have to pay in order to access live sports. And Bloomberg says they're going to use March Madness as that linchpin to try and convince subscribers to pay up a little bit more for sports. It comes after they rolled out CNN Max, so leveraging live news along with sports to drive some of that engagement. And we know Warner Brothers Discovery, it's one of those companies, one of those studios that does have a big presence in sports, holding media rights to the NBA, the MLB. So you wonder if this could be maybe a core differentiating factor when you think about the streaming wars at large.
Yeah, a couple things that stood out to me in that article. One, I mean, they don't necessarily have the certain levers to pull, but if I was going to rely on sports to bring people to my streaming service, I don't know if the MLB would be my pick. Right. So they have MLB and NBA, and then I do think people will opt in to pay for March Madness, but those are just interesting, sort of tougher sports, especially in the fall. It'd be nice to have that NFL in there to pull people in. And I don't know, there's something to me that I think always rubs consumers the wrong way when you offer them something for free and then come back a few months later and ask them to pay for it. Right. Because that makes people think, well, I used to have this for free. Now I don't want to pay for it.
But isn't it like a trial? Isn't it like a trial service? See if you like it, and if you do, and you're frequenting it,
hopefully the service is good then.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. I think that's
isn't that a lot of problem like newspapers and things have had, right? Is you give people things for free for a long period of time, and then you say, hey, it costs money, and then you're like, wait, I don't want to pay.
Doesn't stick.
But sports has never been totally free. I mean, the cable bundle was very expensive. That's why some people are still paying for their cable TV packages on top of all their streaming services, so that they can access sports. So perhaps it's a little. For the consumer, maybe they want to.
Yeah, and what we're seeing here is so many other players get into the sports arena. We recently talked about that mega deal with Apple and the MLS. You know, Paramount offers live football through CBS. We also have Amazon Prime Video offering Thursday Night Football. And similar to that concept where they sort of bring you in for something that's free and then keep you hooked. I mean, this is not something that's new to Max, formerly HBO Max. I feel like they do this with so many series where people say, oh, I'll just sign up for, admittedly, I signed up for And Just Like That. I thought I was going to cancel after that. And then I still am paying for Max because they offer new things. They're looking to keep me enticed. And I feel like this is something that we could see come of this free offering.
The other interesting thing I'll add in with that, and you wonder how the writer's strike maybe plays into this, but when you think about March Madness being where they're going to turn that pay lever on, what are your originals that come out with that? You're going to get a lot of people that tune in for March Madness for sure, and you're going to get people to pay. How do you match that with original content? I think is sort of the next step for some of these streamers as they use sports to make people watch some of their other shows. How do you time the releases basically with the sports calendar? So, okay, March Madness just ended.
When does White Lotus come back?
Here's the new whatever starting the first week of April, right?
I mean, unfortunately, because of the strikes, I think that's going to be very limited. I also am curious the pricing that they're going to do and what is that price point to convince users to go towards sports, especially when we have Disney bringing ESPN fully over the top at some point. They are rumored between $20 and $30 a month, which is very expensive. I know that Disney's going to be watching this.